Yeah, looking to add to that body count is Tyler Robertson. A lightweight fight, Class A.
And A-class means that they're allowed to ground and pound.
And into the blue corner, Darren Whitmore.
And Darren Whitmore from 9th Legion. That's just 70 kilos is a welterweight fight, so for the fans that watch the UFC, the George St. Pierre's weight division, and your weight division, right?
Oh, actually I fight at 70. I was former champion at lightweight, but I have fought at 77 and 66. It's good to get the flavor from many different weight classes. Wouldn't you agree, Chris?
Yes. I fought a middleweight and light heavyweight, so I fancy a heavyweight fight.
I think you should. I think you fancy a heavyweight title, Chris.
I feel like I'm being mocked, even though I'm light heavyweight champion. That hurts my feelings.
Being mocked, yeah, exactly. Just keep expanding, right?
Current UFC welterweight champion, Robbie Lawler. He's got a hell of a division. Wonder Boy chasing him down. Tyrone Woodley chasing him down.
Carlos Condit taking him to a really very, very razor-thin decision only a few months ago.
The A-class rules at a catch weight of 73 kilograms. Introducing first the fighter in the red corner, weighing 72.8 kilograms, fighting out of Kettering Shoes, Tyler Robertson.
Tyler Robertson giving a big roar to the crowd there. He's ready to go.
The fighter in the blue corner, weighing 69.8 kilograms, fighting out of 9th Legion, Darren Whitmore.
He is a fan of the short shorts.
And our referee in charge, Mr. Alan Jackson.
Very different physiques, long and thin. They're kind of more short, squat and powerful. Ooh.
Oh dear, that's what I was afraid of. I was hoping Darren Whitmore would be a little bit more intelligent than that, trying to keep the distance, which is where he needs to make it.
But he's looking that clinch. Wow, he's had to throw a few right hands on the inside. And both fighters throwing some big knees. All that Thai plum. He's really controlling
Tyler
his
Robertson
head quite well.
popped his head up there with a big uppercut just moments ago. Darren Whitmore pushing him back into the cage and looking to land a few body shots of his own. A knee.
A lot of dirty boxing in this fight. Both fighters clinching up and throwing shots within that.
Yeah, Tyler Robertson wearing the Venom shorts, red, black, and white. Darren Whitmore in the Thai shorts, white, black, and gold. And he's essentially both fighters right now trying to land a very, very devastating knee. Uppercut to exit there by Tyler Robertson. Darren Whitmore needs to establish his distance there, and he gets drawn into some serious dirty boxing there by Tyler Robertson.
I think Tyler landed two big left hooks before they tied up, and I think he tied up because he'd been caught. I think he was rocked a little bit. Tyler's definitely got some big power in his shots, and I'd like to see Darren on their separations try and use that footwork and make a bit of space. He's definitely got longer arms. Let's see him use it.
Yeah, longer arms and longer kicks. He needs to think possibly about using some of that time going to the legs and body as well, starting to batter him with those baseball bats that are the shins of some very talented Thai fighters out there. And then some serious knees to the outside 5, Tyler Whitmore. But Tyler Robertson is just bullying Darren Whitmore around.
Big shots.
And that's what you don't want to see from Darren Whitmore, is him trying to answer back with a really kind of a very stiff jab. Oh, and there's a big hand.
Every time they separate, Tyler's landing a big shot to the head. I think he'll be looking to finish this fight soon. Darren's looking a bit dazed. Tyler slipped that beautifully and came back with a left hook over the top. Ooh, huge knee.
Yeah, that one hurt.
Oh, Darren grabbing the shorts. The referee couldn't see it because on the other side.
And this over-under position here, it's anybody's game. Darren Whitmore probably just looking to get a few moments of reprieve there with Tyler's back to the cage. If Tyler can separate, he can land some of those big shots that have really been punctuating his dominance of this fight so far.
I'd like to see Tyler trying to avoid these tie-ups. He seems to be initiating them a lot of the time, but every time they're separate, he's the one landing the big shots, and Darren's not getting much power behind his shots. Even when they're landing, even when they're throwing, his jab was looking very lazy. Last few seconds.
Tyler with double underhooks looking to land knees, and he lands one there to the lower abdomen of Darren Whitmore. Then goes for a body lock here. And that's the end of the first round.
Tyler doesn't Tyler's looking fresh. He's controlling cardio really well. He's not breathing too heavy. Darren's looking a little more tired from that performance. I think Darren needs to stay long, needs to keep that range. And Tyler, I think, needs to work on the inside and try and avoid getting too tied up.
There was really some serious power there from Tyler Robertson.
And let's not discount those knees that Tyler threw in the clinch. They really do take the impact. They're really going to take it out of him. Even if Darren wasn't finished with them, they wind you a little bit. They make your breathing hard, and it just adds to that exhaustion that he's feeling at the moment. But I would be looking for, or expecting, that Tyler's going to come out strong now and try and put him away.
Yeah, put him away, try to keep him off. Maybe land on the outside of it. Some straight punches, some hooks. Those are going to be a little bit more helpful. Darren Whitmore's corner looking a bit more consolatory than usual.
And corner quite slow to leave. Occasionally it's a little bit of a tactic to give the guy a few seconds extra rest if he's tired. I wouldn't accuse him of that though.
No, certainly not.
I think Tyler's going to come out strong now. He's going to look for that big right. Doom. He threw it, but Darren just skimmed it well. Ooh, Darren's changing his approach now.
Yeah, goes for the outside leg trip. Inside leg trip. Tyler with double underhooks and is able to get the takedown with an outside leg trip there. And now he's on top and passing into a... Oh, he's in half guard there. Some opportunities to pass there earlier on.
Tyler's got a... He's kind of locking him down himself, and now he's passed him out. That was a great transition there. Didn't get tied up in the half guard. Improved position straight away. He's taking him away from the cage. That's a really intelligent thing to do. Pushing him away so he can't bridge off the cage. And now, I think he may be looking for an arm triangle on the other side.
Yeah, he does have that. He does have the arm in position. He just needs to get his head postured up. Now he's just looking to the mount.
Oh,
some big heart from Darren Whitmore here as he stands up. Gets out of the mount into a stand-up position and is able to land a few knees there on the way up.
Darren pressing the fight. I think we came out for the first round expecting Tyler to be finishing him, and now Darren's made a comeback and he's pressing Tyler against the fence. Oh, but Tyler landed a big hook on the separation there.
The chop of that was just crisp. That's the difference here. Tyler Robertson's punches are being a lot more crisp.
Big knee.
And the 9th Legion fighter is just left in the wings. Another knee up there into the spleen of Darren Whitmore.
Darren Whitmore is a tough man. He has taken some big shots to the body, big knees to the body, taken some big shots to the head, and he's still in there. Not just in there, but at the moment he's pushing Tyler up against the fence and controlling this fight.
Yes. Yeah, Darren Whitmore surprising everyone in this audience here. But a thunderous knee lands from Tyler Robertson. And they both go back reeling into the fence there.
Oh, there's a slightly sketchy takedown when you go down with that headlock because you risk giving out your back, but maybe he's been fortuitous with the way Tyler's landed against the fence there. Now what Darren needs to do is turn towards him so that there's no risk of Tyler taking his back, and he's trying to do that now, but it just gives him
Tyler
the stand
uses
up.
It to escape. Darren goes back to the underhook there, and he's got a real opportunity right now to land some serious knees to the side and body of Tyler Robertson.
Oh, they're both throwing up against the fence. There's been so much dirty boxing in this fight, but really good quality. Some nice clinch work, some great knees landed, more great knees landed. That knee keeps getting through. It's got to be hurting the body.
But Darren Whitmore is not going away right now. He's just in your face the whole time, pushing the action, landing knees, landing short shots and rapid punches, and really making a meal out of Tyler Robertson up against the fence here.
I feel like Darren Whitmore is the definition of second win right now. He looks very exhausted after that first round, and he's been dominating the last minute of this round, controlling the fight, got the takedown, pressing against the fence.
Again, a really hard middle round to score. It'll be hard for the judges to pick a decisive winner. Of course, Tyler Robertson with the really big, heavy shots there in the first round. It definitely took that round. But that second round, Darren Whitmore was doing more. He was pushing against the fence. He was controlling position. He was landing knees. Really excellent show for both of these fighters.
Tyler looked fresh at the end of the first round and looked like he was coming in to put him away. And now he sat on that stool, head down, and some heavy breathing going on. And Darren possibly looking the fresher of the two fighters.
Now, Chris, obviously you've had the path to championship in both weight classes, in two weight classes here at Battle Arena.
For Tyler, I think he needs to stay on the feet, and for Darren, I think he needs to maybe continue with his dirty boxing. It's kind of working for him. I think he's just coming out a little bit better because he's just a little bit fresher. But you got to watch out for that Tyler big right hand.
Yeah, this is where it doesn't really pay to stay on the outside. He's pushing with that jab more than snapping it out as Darren Whitmore, and Tyler Robertson has just a little bit more pop to all of his punches.
Some more big knees being thrown by both gentlemen this time. Oh, great dirty boxing. That uppercut through in the middle landed twice. Oh, great slip and great takedown. Tyler was looking tired, and then this storm has hit Darren.
He's taking his back. He's on top here, but he's not really looking to put any hooks in, and that can work against him momentarily if he gets shrugged off and put into guard. But he seems to be able to regain his position. He needs to stand back up, does Tyler Robertson.
There could be a guillotine here. He wrapped him as he got up. Tyler had a little moment's lapse of concentration, and Darren wrapped that guillotine, but Tyler recognised it and passed the side. And because he's on the side of him, the opposite side to where his head is, it's very difficult for Darren to finish. So what he has to do is try and get his left leg through back to guard, or back to a butterfly guard, so he can start squeezing, or get to his knees so he can start squeezing, which is what he's done. And Tyler needs to be really careful of his neck right now.
He doesn't seem to have the same grip that he had just moments ago. And Darren Whitmore look to spin, maybe take the back, and land a great submission. But Tyler Robertson will not be denied right now. He's standing up, standing strong. Darren Whitmore, he's got his knee under the chin, throws a knee.
If Darren was to come back and win this round, he could possibly win the fight, and that would be an incredible comeback. But those knees,
would it ever? And big knees from Tyler Robertson. Darren Whitmore looking to push, but not necessarily looking to throw strikes off of some of the openings that Tyler Robertson's offering up as he backs into the cage.
Really good pressure. Darren is the second and third round. Every time they're in this dirty boxing tie-up position, Darren's the one controlling. Darren's the one pressing, controlling this fight, and now he's getting some nice uppercuts through the middle, but Tyler keeps occasionally just landing those big body knees. And how Darren's taking and continuing is so impressive.
Wow, is it ever? I'm so surprised in the heart of Darren Whitmore right now. But now Tyler Robertson switches position. He's got his head in the neck there. Really good head position. He's controlling the posture against the fence. And he can really use this time to land some devastating knees here towards the end of the fight and make a little bit of a standout impression in the judge's mind, because it's evident that this one's going to the judges. Barring somebody breaking away and landing a big shot.
Darren was just looking at his corner then, getting some advice. They want him to bit of wrist control the position, get a bit more pressure. The ref is warning them about something, maybe grabbing the fence a little bit. Last 10 seconds, let's see who's got more. Just both punching each other, taking it in turns. Oh, thunderous knee through the middle to put the exclamation point. How would you score that? I think maybe it's very difficult to score. Tyler definitely won the first round.
And both of them are smiling at each other right now.
But
you never know somebody as much as you know someone you fought, that's for sure. And Darren Whitmore, definitely a warrior. Tyler Robertson, likewise.
Finish him and win the fight at various points.
So when we start asking for 10-8s, though, you're never satisfied. You know, it's so hard to call a 10-8 round. The knockdown, or even with domination like we saw from Tyler Robertson there. Because Darren Whitmore was still in the fight that entire time in the first round. He did look injured, he did look hurt, but he fought through for the next two rounds, and that's got to color your
fighters to the middle, please.
Entire picture.
You give Tyler a 10-8 first round. Give the go to our official decision.
So after 3 great rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard. And we have your winner by unanimous decision from the red corner, Tyler Robertson. Please make some noise for our winner, Darren Whitmore.
Close, man. Too close.
So up here with your winner,
So close, mate.
Tyler. Tough fight.
Yeah, my hands were up against the barriers, but had to go to position. I'm tired, kept coming forward, just had to get out in the clinch.
Yeah, we were talking upstairs in the change room, you said you've got a boxing background, but you ended up working really hard in the clinch.
Yeah, I'm working a lot on my wrestling. Every day I'm in the gym grinding, trying to get better. I have a week off and I go back into the exact same thing again.
Yeah, I was really impressed with the dirty boxing. You don't see that very often, but I like the one-hand punch with the uppercuts is really good. Is that something you work on into?
And you call me in special ones. That is something that's going to improve.
Awesome fight, great win, 18. Congratulations. Everyone make some noise for your winner, Tyler Robertson.